Hello, welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. We are on the way
to GenCon in Indianapolis this upcoming week, and we are so super excited.
And I am a ignoramus.
You are.
That's it? We're just stopping there?
Yeah, we're just going to stop there. No, you're not an ignoramus.
I have no idea
what there is going to be at GenCon.
I have been setting up a new studio. I have been painting. I have been making it to morning prayers. I have been learning for a couple hours. I have been working very hard to get this space up and running. And
I've been working at the hospital at the NICU for like 20 to 60 hours a week for the past few weeks. So I've also been doing stuff, yet I have taken the time to do some research and find out what games I'm most excited to both
specifically because I told her we would start reaching out to publishers to demo these games. So if you're watching this, this is what we're hoping to be able to cover at GenCon, to be able to sit down and play, demo, get a first look at, potentially bring home a copy. We are limiting how much we're going to be buying at GenCon, though. We'll probably make a few purchases. We each have a little bit of a budget, so let us know in the comments down below what out of these titles you think we should go out of our way to purchase. And of course, we might get some of these games from publishers as well.
This by no means is an entirely inclusive list. There is a VGG thread should you want to see all of the GenCon releases. I believe it's up to like 450 at this point.
There's 2 or 3.
But this is the list that I'm most excited about. Some of these are not going to be available till 2024 to back on crowdfunding platforms. Some of these are available now to buy at GenCon. It's a kind of a list of it all, and I'm also going to put the disclaimer that I don't know all the details about every single one of these games. I've either just liked the artwork, I've liked what I've heard about them, or I think Jesse's going to like them.
So this is our official 2023 GenCon on the radar list.
On the radar?
We're on the radar list. And I'm discovering it alongside you, because all I care about is Kingdom Death. That's it. That's the only thing, period. They're going to be there. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful. Cosmic Frog!
You know Cosmic Frog, so this is going to be the Find Muck expansion. You have not given me the opportunity to play Cosmic Frog with you yet, but you have enjoyed it a lot in the past.
Cosmic Frog is absolutely incredible. I think maybe it might be one that's worth trying to get a demo of at GenCon, because having a teach and having people that know how to play it, it's going to be one of these games that has a lot of player interaction, some take that elements to it, but extremely satisfying game. I have no idea.
I'm hearing a lot of positive things about the expansion, that it makes it more accessible, and I believe it adds higher player counts.
I have no idea what the Find Muck expansion is. I know that there's 2 things that have me interested in it. First off, love Muck. Second off, Cosmic Frog. Cosmic Frog is just good. It's beautiful, well illustrated, excellent game.
What are the main mechanics?
We're gonna have to dive in and see. No, you're running around. You're moving around this giant map. You're swallowing these pieces of planets. You're putting them into your gullet. Someone might come punch you in the gut and have you regurgitate them all back out. But if they don't, you get to birth and give home to brand new planets, right? Brand new ecosystems. You're like this cosmic galactic frog that's harboring them inside of his gut.
I like the artwork a lot.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, what else?
Diced Veggies by KTBG. This is going to be a game where you have a bunch of, it's going to be dice where you're going to be cutting them up and making them into recipe cards. KTBG, Kids Table Board Gaming, is known for a lot of really good, accessible games. Like
family games.
Wreck Raiders is one that's on the top of my mind. They also have their...
Plant game?
Plant game?
The plant game that you like.
Oh my gosh, Power Plants. Yeah, I really like that.
They have the little Maple Valley.
Yeah, they Creature Comforts, I believe. So they have a lot of games that are really accessible, really family friendly, and this is one that was interesting. I like dice. I like creating things, and I was interested in checking this out.
I like the cover. It pretty much tells me exactly what I'm doing in the game.
Yep.
Good. Let's keep going.
Yep. Sail. This is by Allplay.
It's beautiful.
This is a 2-player trick-taking game, and it's not new at all, but it is one that I'm hoping to pick up at Allplay. Last at Origins, we picked up Roll to the Top.
Allplay is becoming one of our most consistent publishers.
Yeah.
Not all of their games are right for us, but all of their games so far that I've experienced, I've known exactly what audience would love them. And we've been interested in them. I know
Huey, Bites, Factory Funner. We've just played Roll to the Top a whole bunch.
They're not all my favorite.
Yeah.
But they're all good games. And there's a difference between being like, this is the best game I've ever played ever, and being like, this is a really interesting set of mechanics and a really solid, well-developed, well-produced game.
They have their latest, I think either their latest Kickstarter was 4 different trick-taking games. This one was in the Kickstarter prior to that. I did not back it, but they have it available at conventions. We like their Ghost of Christmas.
Yeah.
We like 9 Lives. We like their trick-taking games. And so I'm interested in a 2-player.
And I'll tell you the truth. The theme of this one
speaks to you
better than the other 2 so far. Here's the thing.
You know.
At Origins, we only bought and brought home 1 game.
Yep.
That 1 game was from All Play.
Yep. So this is what I'm hoping to bring home. My island. This is my Cosmos.
It would help if we could play My City.
It would help if we could play My City. Yeah, this is going to be the next legacy game from Cosmos in the same vein as My City.
It's very cute.
I'm really excited for it. In a similar vein, My City roll-in build. It's the roll-in right. This one's not from this year. It's from a prior year, and it's not received as well as My City, but I do like roll-in rights. I've been on a roll-in right.
I'll tell you, Sheer and I keep going on date days or date nights. Mostly date days because of your work schedule and my sleep schedule.
Yeah, and we end up taking a roll-in right to the restaurant that we're eating at, and so having...
It's been a really good way to connect.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun to take. They're accessible. They come in a smaller box usually. They have less rules to learn up front. Yeah. And so they are what we end up bringing with us on a date.
We'll end up, I'm sure, doing like our top 10 favorite date night games. A lot of those will be roll and write. And you also, I believe, want to do a list video, a ranking video of the roll and writes that we have. So one to check out. I don't know that we'll grab it, but if we like it a lot, certainly, maybe. Wild Gardens. I have seen Rose Gauntlet. Where have I either saw someone sharing this on Facebook and was intrigued, or they emailed us and I was intrigued. I'm not sure which one it is.
I'm very intrigued by it. I like the artwork. It looks very pretty, and it's more in the lines of a heavier Euro game that I'm excited about. And so I would like by Isaac Vega, art by Liz Menold. Yeah, it's really pretty in what I've seen. I don't know too much about it. I'm mainly attracted to it because of the artwork and the name of it.
Cool.
Forge food and find friends.
I like it. I'm sold. I'm in. I hope they've emailed us.
Sagrada Artisans.
We have all of Sagrada.
We have all of Sagrada. This is going to be their roll and write legacy.
I believe it was the first game we played after our wedding.
Yeah, it was the first game
first couple game, first official game.
Yeah. We like dice.
Yeah, we do like dice.
We do like dice. And so I'm excited that this is part of like a legacy game that we might be able, dice drafting, window coloring, and it has more of a roll and write with pencils and things. And so that's
Has this already been released or was it just talked about last year?
It was talked about last year.
Because you were excited about it because the commercials a year ago.
Yeah, I believed it has been released and people have been picking up copies. And so they're going to
one
have
for us to swing by
at GenCon. Barcelona. This is the new board and dice
game.
It's going to be their next heavy game.
Amazing. We've really loved a lot of the Euros.
We have La Granja waiting for us to open up. We just covered at Teotihuacan this year. And so Barcelona, isn't it pretty?
It's gorgeous.
Like, it is so aesthetically pleasing. And
it doesn't look like a real city though. Is this a real picture of Barcelona?
I don't know.
Because if this is, that is where the story of like knights and castles and kingdoms come from. That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't believe this is going to be a take-home. I think this is going to be a demo.
Board and dice, very consistent when it comes to Euro games. So excited to see what they release.
CGE. This is Kutna Hora, the City of Silver. This has been the most talked about game that I have found on all of the platforms. It is interesting because there is a slight juxtaposition between the artwork of the cover and the game itself. The game itself is not all black, white, and silver and dark and gloomy. It's actually colorful.
Interesting.
It is going to be their heaviest game is what they're talking about so far. And they're the ones who made the Lost Ruins of Arnak, which has... Further down the line, there's going to be the latest expansion that's going to be coming out as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see what it looks like for CGE to put out what they're calling like a heavier game, because I don't usually think of them in the realm of these big punchy Euro styles
Galaxy
or
Trucker,
worker
they have
placements.
code names. Like that's what I think about them. And then this is going to be a heavy Euro.
Okay, cool.
A lot of my list is
I'm very intrigued.
Luthier, this is from the people of Distilled. This is their newest game. They're going to have it to demo at GenCon.
Are we getting a prototype of this?
I don't know if we're getting a prototype of it.
I mean, eventually we are getting a prototype of this.
Yeah,
I mean,
we had a lot of fun with Distilled.
We're the best free shills you could buy for Distilled. I mean, it's a brilliant, beautiful game, and this looks awesome.
Yeah. I'm really excited. It's all about creating music, the art of the instrument. He was telling us a little bit about it at Origins, and I don't know too much more about it, but it looks good.
Beautiful.
Lost Ruins of Arnak, The Missing Expedition. This is their next expansion. I believe 2 convention seasons ago, we stopped by and got the expansion.
And covered it.
Yep.
Yeah, covered it initially. I really liked the second expansion they brought. Like a lot of these Endless Winter, which is a worker placement deck building game. You have Lost Ruins of Arnak, and you have Dune Imperium. Dune Imperium became incredible with the expansion. Lost Ruins of Arnak as well became better with the expansion, and Endless Winter already kind of had the expansions built in because it was a Kickstarter originally. Very intrigued to see what they're adding here.
I don't know too much about the next expansion. This is by the same people as Search for Planet X, but it's about species in the jungle.
Same concept?
Yep, same concept.
Okay.
And so I like the Search for Planet X.
Search for Planet X.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
With Andrew, I think, right?
It's a lot of fun. It involves not social deduction, but deducing what Planet X is going to be by asking questions and going around the table, and everyone's trying to figure it out, and the person who actually gets it right is the winner of the game. And so this one is up in that alley. Lorcana, the Disney trading card game that everyone seems to be talking about. I believe they are going to have packs at Gen Con. This is going to be the one that I could probably say 100% sells out every single day of what they have available.
If we're able to get our hands on some Lorcana packs, we certainly will. I'm very intrigued to see exactly what it is they're offering, and it's got Disney. It's got some classic Disney characters that I'm nostalgic for. We'll see. What we're going to try to avoid doing, though, is what most people do with collectible card games, which is buying too many in the hopes that you're going to find something cool or rare or unique. We'll get enough to show if we can. If it sells out, it sells out. We'll see what happens.
Expeditions.
Is it going to be there for sale?
A sequel to Scythe. It should be there for sale.
We're going to be picking this up. I own everything for Scythe, the original.
All of the deluxeifications. You have the metal mechs.
We might be playing through the Rise of Fenris together.
Yep, we have a video coming out on the channel soon that's going to be what is our next campaign game that we're playing. We gave you guys the options, and we're going to look through the comments and see what you all vote for.
It could be Rise of Fenris. Expeditions is a must-buy for me if I have the budget.
Yes.
I'm also looking at getting a little so I can read at night. It's like $30, so...
You're aging yourself. This is from Arcane Wonders. This is Neotopia. And I don't know too much more about it, but I really like the art.
And you've seen other people talking about it.
And I've seen other people talking about it.
You did your research for this entire list. This isn't just a haphazard, this is a pretty game list.
No,
this is a Shira sat down and watched.
I read the descriptions of them. I'm blanking on what the game is actually about right now, but I read the descriptions of it. The mechanics seemed up my alley, and I believe it was tile placement, and you're kind of building a world, and I like the components of it as well. And so...
Very cool.
Neotopia. Age of Innovation, a Terra Mystica game. This is by Capstone Games.
Terra Mystica is apparently a great game. I've never personally played it myself. It's in the BG Top 100.
I know. I don't believe I have played it either, but I hear that people are saying Age of Innovation is a better iteration of Terra Mystica.
They always say that with the new version. They're like, oh, it's so much better because it's different, and then they play it 7 more times, and they're like, no, the classic was really good. I'm curious. I'm very curious.
Yeah, it's another one of the heavy Euro games. All right. Sea Salt and Paper. This is a card game. It has the coolest art. It is...
origami.
It's origami artwork. It's a set collection, and it's a card game. And it has been available in the European markets, and this is going to be the first time that it's available in the American markets.
Okay.
I thought you would like the artwork a lot.
I think it's lovely. I have no idea. I have no idea what it is.
All the little cards also have this unique artwork with it as well.
Cool.
Wild Tiled West. This is by Direwolf Games.
Okay.
This is their new release, tile placement in a Western theme. You like the Western theme. I do
like Western placement. You do like tile placement.
Yeah.
And the cover looks very hectic and very fun.
It reminds me a little bit of... Oh, I'm not going to remember names now. Townsfolk Tussle. That artwork in a similar vein of the old quirky artwork.
The bitty boop.
Yep.
Bitty bop.
Yep.
The 1920s, Hosarm artwork?
Probably.
Yeah, that's what it is.
25th century. This is Junk Drawer. You have to organize your junk drawer. It's a polyomino organization. You're going to be organizing 4 different compartments all at the same time, and each one has to meet a certain rule set. I love organizations. We're about to start I
see why she has this
process of decluttering our house, and so...
We're going to do the minimalist challenge, where you get rid of 1 thing day 1, 2 things day 2, 3 things day 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
25th Century has a whole bunch of other games that I was seeing on the BGG list that I'm interested in. This is the one that caught my eye initially and that I've heard other people talking about as well. And but there will be other titles there that I will be sure to check out. Mech-a-Dream.
I really like the cover of this.
I know. I thought you would. So this is by Blue Orange.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah,
They put out really innovative games. That's what I think of when I think of Blue Orange is testing something other publishers haven't tried.
Yeah. Like I said, this is some of the ones that I don't know too much more about and I haven't heard too much about, but looked interesting. The mechanics sounded great as well. The next one's also by Blue Orange. This is Moon River. This is supposed to be, I believe, this is a King Domino game system. And you like King Domino.
I like King Domino.
You like King Domino. And so I thought you were going to like this one.
I wonder if it's maybe a more mature iteration of King Domino, like a little bit more advanced. That's what it's giving me the feeling of right now. But I was thinking King Domino when I first saw the artwork here. So
King Domino game system up there. And so this is what people are talking about. And so we'll have to swing by their booth and check out.
Sure.
They have a lot of good titles. Agree to disagree.
Party game?
This is a party game.
Okay.
So for 2 to 8 players, all about agreeing to disagree, which is so much fun.
Excuse me.
I agree to disagree.
I agree.
So this is by Planet Unknown.
Okay.
Adam's Apple.
Yeah.
And so even though I'm not really one to go searching out for a party game,
what a weird step away from the original game they put out, but I'm intrigued. I mean, if the first, my rule for a publisher is like, if they keep doing stuff that's right, I'll keep coming back and checking their games. I have some publishers where, they put out some good things, they put out some mixed things, so I'm a little bit more like I come back and forth. But like Splotter, for instance.
Check out every game they have.
getting Splotter games. Why? Because they're good. They've always been good. They will always be good until they're not.
Yeah.
Adam's Apple put out an incredible first game. So if they're putting out a party game, not our style.
But I want to check it out.
But I'm curious.
Yeah. Next one is going to be House of Cats. This is Roll and Write, where you have to fit your cats inside your house.
Okay.
And so this is more of an indie game, but I actually really like the cover art.
Oh, it's blue.
No, it's not all blue. There's red and yellow.
It's a nice
green.
piece of cover
art.
art.
You see the little. It reminds me of architecture and trying to squish in the boxes and fit them all around exactly the way you want them to be. And so we struggle with fitting boxes.
Okay.
Now we should just have a bunch of cats, and that will solve the problem.
Interesting. That's how that works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nocturne by Flat Out Games. These are the people who do Cascadia. They do Verdant. They do Calico. These are some of my favorite accessible mid-weight abstract games.
These are a lot of Cher's favorite accessible mid-weight abstract games.
This one has a little baby fox on it.
I like the fox. You've got me so. I will try these games again.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at these simple, open-ended, kind of random abstract games.
Yeah, but they're so much fun. There's going to be an expansion for Cascadia at the very end of this list as well.
Perfect. You're going to be getting that as well. Great.
Forbidden Jungle by Game Right.
Yeah.
This artwork pulled me in.
Yeah. I don't know anything about it.
I don't know anything about it either. Survive the Wild.
I'm intrigued. It sounds like a little bit of a narrative game.
Potentially. You're hoping so.
I'm hoping so.
Weirdwood Manor.
We demoed this.
We prototyped this. I know. I had to put it on the list because I didn't have a chance to demo it while I was gone, and so you guys covered it, and I was interested in checking it out at GenCon.
Yeah, Wes loved it.
Yeah. You were enjoying it as well.
Yeah.
This is on here specifically for you. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I've heard mixed things about the mechanics about it. Galactic Cruise. But I thought it was very much your artwork style.
I love the artwork style. Yeah. What's happening here? What's the core idea?
You are taking people on a cruise up to outer space.
Okay. Why are people mixed on it so far?
I don't think people are mixed about it. I think I was mixed. I think I was hearing different things, and I don't know if all the mechanics were up my alley.
Okay.
And so, but I don't want to say anything for sure at the moment, because then I was reading the BGG page about it, and it seemed more up my alley. It seemed like a heavy Euro. I think it's being rated as like a 3.8 right now.
Okay.
And so.
Okay, so I'll love it, but I'll get it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Horticulture? I don't know.
I see. It's a cute cover.
Yeah, it's a cute cover. I don't know much more about it, but it looks really, really cute.
I just imagine he's standing there whispering the name of the game. Horticulture?
Horticulture?
Okay, cute.
Cosmoctopus by Lucky Duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were talking to us about this at the last Gen Con. They had a little eraser of the Cosmoctopus who were facing off this massive octopus in the cosmos.
You're worshipping him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very cute, too.
Pyramido. This is...
It's a hard name to say.
Pyramido.
Pyramido?
Pyramido. Say it 5 times fast.
Pyramido?
Pyramido.
I don't know.
You are building up a pyramid with tiles and blocks, and so that is the main premise of the game. I like
Synapses games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of these I haven't heard of the publishers, and so I'm intrigued to find out what else they do. The Ring Circus. This is by DeVere Games. This is going to be another heavier game by them. They had Lacrimosa. They have had. We liked the Paris. The Paris game. The polyomino placement. They have Red Cathedral. Lots
we haven't
of games.
played Red Cathedral.
I played Red Cathedral. You haven't had a chance to play it. I haven't played it with the expansion. I played base game.
Yeah.
And so this is one that I would be loving.
Love the artwork, love the style,
Yeah.
and they usually do pretty compelling games.
And
so
I like the theme of this about the circus.
Yeah.
This is Dead Cells.
Looks awesome.
Yeah.
Looks awesome.
Yeah.
Who's this by?
This is by Scorpion Mask, it looks like.
No idea. I am really compelled by this immediately. Okay.
I'm here for you.
A roguelike board game. Yeah, a roguelite board game. So roguelite is I believe the mechanic, a video game mechanic where you keep diving into the same system and you get upgraded as you go as far as you can, die, get upgraded, go through the same system again with these upgrades that you have now and just keep progressing.
I
farther
believe it
and
is an
farther.
IP that they've taken and applied to a board game, if I'm not mistaken.
Cool.
But
Okay.
could be mistaken.
Ticket to Ride, Legends of the West.
Got that word right up there.
Legacy, really?
Ticket to Ride is coming out with a legacy game.
How? And do you want us to cover it?
Like, we like Ticket to Ride.
We do like. Do I want a legacy ticket to? I don't know. Maybe I do. Part of my heart says I do.
Yeah.
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 So it's here. I just thought it was so intriguing because we're trying to embark on a legacy campaign. And
I guess what railroads you build as you expand then create the pathways that you get to potentially
you don't know what it's about, but it's also the Western theme.
That's what I'm saying. Like it has to start with a smaller map, and as you play the game, you start investing in building railways, and as you play the map from season to season, the railways that you've constructed become the railways that are open for other people to travel and build off of. That has to be what it is. Has to be.
Has to.
Has to.
Enough said. Flat Out Games AEG. This is an expansion for Cascadia. This is not the last one. This is Cascadia, though, an expansion for it.
Getting that for sure.
Oh yeah. If I walk away with anything, this will be.
So top of your list.
Top. This is number one.
Okay.
And then the last one, this is not a new one. This one I had a chance, this is also by Adams Apple Games, and I had a chance to play it back in prototype form. I really, really liked it. About the four humors. As a nurse, it's talking about, this is the ancient understanding of how the body works, but that there was like 4 different types of fluids in your bodies, and the way that they mixed and didn't mix was how you got sick. And so that was where blood leaching came from, because if they would take off all the blood, then that lack of that humor.
I gotta be honest, it didn't work this last time.
You did not leech yourself, you scratched yourself.
I didn't say I leached myself, I said you suggested.
So it was a lot of fun on playing it as a prototype.
Okay.
So, and I believe it's going to be there in a hard copy.
There you have it.
Mine
official GenCon excitement list, hype list.
I want to know more about these games. Tell me which one you were most excited about. I didn't have enough time to do all the extensive research that I usually like to do, but like I said, some of these games are going to be 2024 releases, some are 2023, so a couple of them are 2022, and so some to demo, some to bring home.
The cool thing is, as we're checking out stuff at the convention, we'll be able to make a decision. We'll be able to see if a publisher is going to be sending us home with a game. We try to play it beforehand like we did at Origins so that we know if we're ready to cover it once we get home. That's something that we're doing now instead of bringing a pile of games home that we have to play when we get home.
Yeah,
we want to try to demo them there.
Check out our Origins vlog, because we talked about, I believe, 12 different games that we got to play at Origins, and we came home with 2 that we actually got to play there, and 1 was a prototype that we're going to be covering on the channel.
And so we'll be bringing some of them home, we'll be purchasing some of them, we'll be getting some prototypes for some of them, and we'll be keeping an eye on some of them and maybe not picking them up immediately. So let us know what you're the most excited about. We'll let you know all of our thoughts as we release coverage from GenCon. We're very excited to go. We're excited to meet some of you and hand out some ducks, say hello, and play
next week
some games.
You ready?
Too soon. I'm not ready at all.
No.
I still have painting to do.
Yeah. So.
Okay. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you there.
Bye.
Bye.